Nobody loves chaos in the octagon more than Joe Rogan, and we have 10 highlight reels to prove it. You would not believe your eyes when you see what he said in number 1. So stay tuned and find out. And without further ado, these are Joe Rogan's top 10 best UFC moments. Number 10, Joe Rogan versus the ice spill. So, during UFC 109's prelims, we had Melvin Gillard and Ronnie Torres facing off, right? Everything's going as usual until a cornerman spills a whole bag of ice on the canvas. You would think it's a simple cleanup job, but oh no, it turned into a full-blown comedy. The ringside officials were honestly all over the place. Panic mode set in as they scrambled around, making more of a mess trying to get the fight back on track.
Oh no, this is good. Look at that, they knocked the bucket over. This is the Three Stooges. What are you freaks doing? Everybody's booing. Now there's even more pressure. Oh, now they're sweeping it out.
Rogan even pointed out the risk for Ariane Celeste.
Put it on the side and watch Ariane fall on her head.
You know what?
And then continued his hilarious rant.
Get back in there! You're not done. There's ice all over the floor. What are these guys do? They ran out. I'm done. We got it. There's 100 pieces of ice still on the floor.
He even asked for the replay, and the cornermen have their asses whooped.
This is back, and watch the sucker open up. Oh, no! Oh, what a disaster. There's ice everywhere. Those cornermen, someone needs to kick their ass. Fight.
Rogan's hilarious frustration stole the show. It was so iconic that UFC even made a video about Rogan versus the ice spill. Come on, Joe, give those guys a break. It's not every day you wrestle with ice on live TV. Number 9, Rogan gets political. I say political as a joke, of course. During a fight between John Jones and Andre Gusmao, his partner Mike Goldie proudly described Jones as the guy in the black trunks and Gusmao as the guy in the white trunks. From there, it did not take Joe too long to create another classic.
Black trunks for Jones, white trunks for Gusmao.
Or black guy Jones, white guy Gusmao.
That was said by Joe Rogan.
I can almost picture the production team's wide-eyed looks, trying to decide whether to facepalm or burst out laughing. Number 8, interview with Derrick Lewis at UFC 229. Facing Russian giant Alexander Volkov, Lewis seemed destined for defeat for the majority of the fight. But in MMA, it is not over until the final bell. And with a mere 17 seconds left, Lewis detonated a right haymaker that changed the narrative entirely. Volkov crumpled, and just like that, Lewis claimed a victory that seemed improbable moments earlier. But the best part was about to come. As Rogan stepped in for the post-fight interview, the ever-unpredictable Lewis decided that his shorts were no longer necessary and removed them. Rogan, never one to shy away from the awkward, asked him about his unusual choice, only to receive the hilariously candid response.
With the winner, Derrick Lewis. Derrick, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
I understand.
But Lewis was not done. He went on with a narrative that would have been at home in a late-night comedy skit. He cited a fictional call from then-President Donald Trump, who, according to Lewis, needed him to put Russia in its place.
Before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got to knock this Russian out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin, they're talking about USA and his whole.
As Rogan tried to bring the conversation back to the fight game, suggesting a potential title shot, Lewis threw another classic, and Joe could not hold his laugh.
Guys down and do some more cardio. What you talking about right now? I ain't trying to fight for no title right now. I'm no gas tank like that.
Listen, Derrick, you want...
The whole interview is for sure one of the best ones ever. Number 7, Vanessa Demopoulos jumps into Joe's arms. After her win, Demopoulos got super excited when she saw Rogan coming over for the interview.
Congratulations.
Joe! Oh my God, it's Joe Rogan! Oh, what's up?
I'm here with the winner.
Rogan looked a bit surprised when Demopoulos jumped into his arms, but he just laughed it off and kept the professionalism. It was a funny moment that had everyone smiling except Mrs. Rogan, I bet. Number 6, the UFC versus boxing debate. Now I know this happened outside the UFC, but it involves the promotion, and the commentator was its official spokesperson, so it fits the bill. Joe Rogan, as many know, is not just the face and voice of the UFC, but also a staunch defender of mixed martial arts as a whole. When he was lined up against American boxing promoter Lou DiBella for a UFC versus boxing debate on ESPN, the expectation was clear. A spirited but respectful discussion between representatives of two combat sports with somewhat overlapping audiences. But oh boy, did things heat up. DiBella's evident bias against UFC and his seemingly limited grasp on MMA specifics rubbed Rogan the wrong way.
You know, it's sort of like human cockfighting, in my view, or pit bull fighting.
How is that human? How is that human cockfighting? You know what that is? That's actual fighting. You know what boxing is? What boxing is a very limited form of fighting. It's kind of a silly agreement. Say like we hate each other, we're gonna fight, we're gonna duke it out man to man, but we're only gonna use our hands. That's it.
Then Prophet Joe Rogan gave us an accurate glimpse into the future.
What you guys don't understand, you guys are a dying breed. You boxing guys, oh, it's humans cockfighting. What you don't understand is your sport is getting swallowed. It's getting swallowed by a greater, more efficient, more spectacular sport. Hey,
DeBella then went to call MMA organizations garbage, which of course did not sit well with Joe.
Most of the product other than UFC is complete garbage. UFC is well packaged.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. This WEC is excellent fights. Pride has you telling me that I'm not a boxing fan. You're a guy who's taking this all very personal because you realize your sport is getting swallowed.
About your sport.
Hey, even Floyd Mayweather and Chuck Liddell were brought into the heat.
I feel the guys that's in the UFC couldn't make it in boxing, so they chose the UFC.
He couldn't cut it in our sport. I mean, I got a 135 pounder lives with me that would drop him on his head. He wouldn't make it out of the first round. Get him down would be easy. I mean, it's not. It wouldn't be a fight.
Hey, between us, we all know MMA fighters are the apex predators, so I don't know why these boxers try to pretend like if they stand a chance. Rogan's great defense and passion left DeBella, well, a bit out of his depth. It's one thing to defend your turf, but it's another to do it as fiercely as Rogan did that day. Hey, but before I forget, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button like Joe Rogan smashed that delusional boxing dude. Also subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you would not miss any of our future videos. Number 5, blow his wad. While Rogan never really has his filter on, he had one of those rare moments where he let things slide a bit too much.
I think he just blew his wad there. Wad of cash. You're allowed to say that.
Thank you.
It's a gambling term, sir. Get your mind out of the gutter.
It wasn't there. It was Randy who looked at you weird. It wasn't me.
Yeah, right.
Now, for you younger fellas that might not know what blowing your wad means, besides losing all your money, let's say it's the best way for us men to release stress and go to sleep faster. And I will just leave it like that. Number 4, interview with Renato Moicano. As Joe Rogan stepped in for the customary post-fight interview after Renato Moicano won at UFC 281, no one, especially not Rogan, expected Moicano to suddenly take control of the mic.
I'm here with the winner.
Joe Rogan! What's up, Biggie Apple? This man's the guy! Hey, where we are?
I mean, Rogan's face was a picture. His eyes widened, and for a split second, there was this mix of surprise and amusement. Moicano then went on his tirade, and the whole time Rogan just stood there, a smirk forming on his face, eyebrows raised, clearly thinking, all right then, let's see where this goes.
Took a fight, 5-round fight in 4 days notice. Short day notice. I drinking beer, eating steaks in Brazil. And they call me, and I'm come here. I travel 24 hours. Disrespect me.
When Moicano confessed about his pre-fight indulgence in beers and steaks in Brazil, you could actually hear Rogan chuckle. Once Moicano had said his piece, Rogan smoothly took back control, with a look that seemed to say, did that just happen on my watch? Number 3, UFC 141 Okami versus Boet. It's hard to say who was more excited, the fighters in the cage or Rogan himself. As Okami seemed to be in control for most of the fight, many had already counted Boet out. But when the momentum shifted and Boet started landing those devastating blows, Rogan's excitement went through the roof.
Cut the shit out!
It's Tim
Box with the comeback! Big uppercut by Box!
Again he connects. 3 straight uppercuts. Head kick in. Both trying to finish him.
What a comeback!
And it is over.
What a comeback!
It's moments like these where Rogan's genuine love for the sport shines brightest. His infectious enthusiasm, combined with the sheer unpredictability of the fight, made it a memorable night for all UFC fans. Watching it back, you can't help but feel the rush all over again, and a lot of that is because of Rogan's commentary. Number 2, the awkward Alistar Overeem interview. After their intense fight, Overeem tried to play it cool, suggesting he felt Miocic tap out during a guillotine attempt.
I got him in a guillotine choke, and I clearly felt a tap.
Rogan, however, decided to put that claim to the test right then and there.
Take a look at the whole thing in slow motion. Tell us when you see the tap. Here it is. You got it locked up.
And the moment Rogan asked Overeem to pinpoint the tap, you could almost hear the collective gasp from everyone thinking, did he just? But wait, it gets better.
Look at it one more time from another angle. And where do you see the tap? That looks like he's trying to find his way through your arms. Well, it didn't look like a tap to us.
The UFC, probably feeling a bit cheeky, decided to play the replay not once, but twice. The crowd's reaction said it all, a mix of laughter and disbelief, and Rogan just stood there, smirking. Number 1, Tyson Griffin's Badonkadonk. Now, Joe Rogan is no stranger to off-the-cuff comments, and his wit is as sharp as a blade. Every now and then, in the heat of the moment, he drops a line that takes everyone by surprise, even in the familiar setting of UFC broadcasts. Case in point, the lightweight showdown between Frankie Edgar and Tyson Griffin at UFC 67. Everything was going smoothly in the commentary box until Griffin's lower body caught Rogan's attention.
Number 3.
Tyson Griffin got some serious leg kicks. If he was a girl, you would say he has a badonkadonk. That dude's got some thick legs.
For the uninitiated, a quick search for Badonkadonk will shed light on Rogan's reference. Anyways, Mike Goldberg did not miss a beat, quickly highlighting that Rogan had indeed used the word Badonkadonk on live TV. Rogan, unfazed, just doubled down, adding,
That dude looks like he's got some serious squat power.
You know what? You are a funny man, by the way.
Thank you. You're funny too. Sometimes unintentionally.
So, which one of these Joe Rogan moments is your favorite? Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to get more awesome content like this one. And remember, protect yourself at all times. Until the next one.